Hello everybody, and welcome to a new series which I am dubbing a SoD tale, to remain at least a little different to a SoD journey. In this series there are slight changes however, the biggest obviously being the character, Blood Totem, the Tauren shaman. I held a poll between a shaman and a druid, and while often neck and neck, at the time of recording, shaman was the winner. I'll also be playing on Crusader Strike, the US PvP server, as it has a vastly larger player base for Horde. Additionally, 100% of the footage you are seeing is live streamed, so do check out my live stream here also on my YouTube channel. If you wish to see the process, come say hi and hang out, it's a fun and chill place. But without further ado, let's delve into the tale of Blood Totem. We start off at level 1 in Mulore, a favourite starting zone of many for its atmosphere and music related to the Taurens. After taking down some plane striders for some copper, we can start learning our runes from the rune broker. Interestingly, Shaman's Season of Discovery does have a few key runes which you technically still have to earn to learn them, as you can see by these icons. The first of these special icons is to take a bunch of nature damage, so I let these cool balls lightning bolts hit me, and this gives us the overload spell, a chance to duplicate some spells, similar to Elemental Shaman's Mastery in later expansions. We also get our first totem of the 4 we need as a shaman, the Earth Totem, by simply talking to this large earth elemental at Kodo Rock. By the time we clear out the starting area, we're already leveled 8. Blessed be Discoverer's Delight. At this point with my rooms, I'm feeling really confident, so of course I overpull on Knolls. That's Bloodstorm special. With only a quest or 2 done, just from killing mobs, we're actually already level 10. Now as to what spec I want to play, the idea behind my shaman was to play Elemental but have a Restoration off spec so that I can better get into groups while leveling, as that was always the hardest role to find while gearing my Warlock. But after talking to chat and looking at the runes, enhancement with a tank off spec just seems like too much fun. I get to Thunder Bluff and ward off these undead, saying hi to Cairn while I'm here. I finish up Mulgore by clearing the north of Harpies, Coolbore and Arachia for some nice green legs, and embark on my journey through the Barrens into Crossroads and Orgrimmar. As we walk in, I also see this awesome looking Tauren protection warrior, and I've just got to compliment him. I'm gonna tell him, he looks hell yeah! Now that we're in Orgrimmar, we can clear out the nearby Skull Rock to get some quests ready for our very first dungeon, Ragefire Chasm. At this time of day for the server, there aren't many people on however, so it takes me a while to try and find a group. Eventually though, a random level 60 warrior offers to run me through for free. Very kind of him. A very fast and easy experience. While in here, I also complete a task for another icon, taking lava damage. This rewards us the Lava Burst ability, another Elemental Shaman staple that does massive fire damage and crits on flame-shocked targets. Afterwards though, I realize I've left a Trog Shaman over for a quest and I really want to get it done. I try to ignore it by completing the Fire Totem quest, but a little while later, I start forming another group to finish another Ragefire Chasm. And in the meantime, I ask if a tailor could craft me some linen bags if I gave them the mats. And Sidious here is happy to help and crafts me a whole bunch for free. And then right after, another mage, Rimoffen, invites me to a party and trades me these crazy bags, including this one which is worth over 20 gold. They ask me if I'm new to SoD, and I just say I'm rolling a new server, though still fairly new to SoD in general. And they open trade and instantly give me 50 gold. No way! No way! Wow, was not expecting that. I'll be sure to pay these guys back one day. What generous people. After receiving those very generous donations, I begin in 4-man with another group, and we get through Ragefire Chasm pretty quick. I also help this other shaman do their icon to take lava damage by healing them. The 2 runs get me to level 18, this has gone by really fast. After some travelling, we're back in the Barrens and we're taking down Coolbore, and finding Mancrif's wife, a tale as old as time. But I can't quest for too long, as I have to head off for the night to do a Cataclysm raid, so Blood Totem's journey picks up on the next stream the day after. We start the day by forming a Wailing Caverns group which I'm tanking, so I get to really try that out. As we're making our way into the dungeon, our hunter Quinvella is struggling to find a place, so we're trying to guide them through text, so I assume they're a new player, at least a Horde, but that's all good by me. I'm all for letting new people play and teaching them. As we get started, I'm quite enjoying Shaman Tank. I feel durable, I do a lot of damage, and my rotation feels super fluid. The first boss, Lady Anaconda, drops our very first pair of shoulders, a moment which I for some reason find super fun in classic leveling. I think it just makes your character feel way cooler. After her, Lord Cobran drops the Robe of the Moccasin, which I feel are maybe a slight upgrade for me, but I decide to greed out of uncertainty. We also take down Kresh, who unfortunately doesn't drop the shield. The next druid, Lord Pythas, drops this crazy one-hander for us, useful for both tanking and enhancement. Look at that! Oosh! Oosh! That's huge, dude. We also find these gloves from a random druid, which is a big upgrade for us over these white quality gloves. Scum drops this agility and spirit cloak, and I didn't learn till later, but agility actually doesn't even give shamans attack power in classic. It's just for crit chance on melee. That feels weird to me. But moving on, we find ourselves face to face with Lord Serpentis, who drops the bow for a hunter, which is really good for them. Just before taking on the next boss for Dern the Ever-Living, we realise we missed a Dread Fang, which is pretty annoying as we have to run a fair ways to find a new one. But we decide to do it after the boss. This guy hits really hard, but with our crazy SoD damage, he goes down fast, dropping the high spirit staff which the warlock needs on. We make our way to the start of the dungeon and slowly escort this Tauren through this spot where he attempts to awaken another druid, and we have to defend them from the slimes, snakes, and this giant murloc, who by the way is as strong as a murloc as it is because Naralex here is canonically afraid of murlocs. Once we complete the dungeon and hand in the quests, we ding level 23, so we're pretty close to doing our first raid in Black Fathom Depths. While running through the barrens, I find these Karaji invasion crystals, which I believe were introduced with Encourage. It takes a couple tries, but I managed to take it down by kiting to the crossroads guards, and it actually drops this blue ring, which sells for over 20 gold. Well worth it. We head back to Mulore as I realise there's a rune I need to collect there. I live this. We collect mining charges from Renchco mines, acorns from harpies, fish from the auction house, and then fillet that fish in order to learn the new Lava Lash rune. Yippee! Now I can dual wield. After that, we head back to the barrens for more quillbore culling, and then some dwarves who are mining up lands they're not supposed to, so we teach them a lesson. Doing those quests gets us to level 25, so we're ready for Black Fathom Depths. I start up a group straight away, and people are applying pretty quick, though I have a fair ways to run as I haven't even been into Ashenvale yet. Once we get there, we actually have a level 60 who's offered to carry us through, and he's actually escorting people as they come to the entrance for their safety, and even places a sleeping bag for us to get extra XP. Onto the bosses now. Though to avoid repeating myself, if you'd like a brief description of the boss's mechanics, then I recommend you check out the other series, A SoD Journey, as I describe the bosses more so in my warlock. But we'll definitely still talk about loot. Baron Aquinas drops a really good strength necklace, but we don't win it. This group does have a lot of shaman. Gamira drops both a dagger and a shield that both be really good, that we don't win. Lady Saraves drops a cloak which isn't great, but is an upgrade, don't win it either. Gelihas I actually almost instantly die on, as I was unfocused and talking to chat. No! Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have been explaining. This boss does drop a staff and helm, which would both be very good, though again, I don't actually win either of them. Lorgus Jet drops some robes to massively increase our spell damage, but I've hit greed as I feel I'm more of an enhanced shaman, though in hindsight I really should have hit need, those are still good stats. Regardless, we're on to Twilight Lord Kelrus, dropping very good caster items, which are still a big upgrade for us. But we don't win those either. What an unlucky run so far. Alright, this is it. Akumai's gonna drop some crazy good loot and we're gonna win both of it. Akumai only drops for us the quest item, which we don't even get. We then remember we can use those Mel boots potentially at level 40, but we don't even get those. Dang man, well, at least we got some easy XP, getting to level 29 with a turn-in from a quest. And that BFD run ended up that stream. You should hit subscribe. A few days later, I try and start up a shorter stream late at night, attempting to do my water totem quest in Shadowfang Keep, though while forming the group we realise the servers are about to shut down, so we decide to call it end the stream. Whoops. On the next proper stream, we start up with a Razorfan Crawl dungeon, having a little snuggle just before we get started. I'm tanking this dungeon too. I'm actually really enjoying both enhancement and tank shaman. The best boss for us in this dungeon is Overlord Ramtusk, dropping a great two-handed axe and a helmet we could use at level 40. This time it drops the helm, which I don't want to need on when I can't even use it yet, and our warrior doesn't even have a helmet at all. At least though, the last boss drops this pretty good one-handed axe, so we take those. We escort this goblin to the end of the dungeon, getting a pretty good strength ring in the process, and we decide to run it again as it went quite quickly and smooth. This time round, Ramtusk does drop the axe, but I just can't take the axe from a warrior. He should have Whirlwind Axe soon, but I did get the one-hander, so we take our wins. While clearing the mobs, we come across a rare spawn. Yeah, I need to get a helmet, man. You guys are doing so much damage with that burn rune. Oh, speaking of, gimme. Getting a helmet is good because it unlocks very powerful runes for us. Burn, making our flame shock do crazy damage and unlocking some very strong builds that chat helps me figure out. We clear out our second Razorfang Crawl and get back to questing. While running to Thousand Needles, we find ourselves another invasion crystal, which we try to solo. But while getting my rune combinations just how I want it, the mobs despawn.
Oh, it's gone! We did all this and the crystal's gone.
It was also around this time that chat helped me figure out that I don't actually need to do the shaman runes. I can just right click the icon while I'm holding it and it will learn me the rune.
Okay, let's try it. Oh my gosh! What the hell, dude?
Shortly after though, I ventured to Tirisfal Glades, as a viewer in chat, Looms, has offered a free full run of Scarlet Monastery, all 4 dungeons. That's a crazy generous of him. From Graveyard we get some shoulders and an epic dagger from this special boss added in the next Rammus phase. From Library we get these shoulders increasing our fire damage, which is great. The Armory Wing gives us Ravager, which is a pretty cool weapon, and we even get the Tabard. Very lucky. Heading into Cathedral, it's pretty funny to see these doors close and then shortly after open with only a Tauren left standing. Mograine drops the two-handed mace, which is actually a pretty crazy weapon for Enhancement Shaman, providing both strength and an increase to spell damage. After completing the runs, Halloums then actually gives me the guy he just boosted 150 gold.
You can't give me 150 gold, dude. I don't know if I can take 150 gold.
These gold help you for your levels.
Dude, just so cool. What an actual Chad. Boosts me through Scarlet Monastery and pays me to do it.
After a short break, I make my way to Thousand Needles to get back to questing. A very chilled time questing in the Shimmering Flags while talking to chat, though this segment of footage is without the overlay due to a technical issue I had briefly with Streamlabs. But it was a lot of fun just chatting. We make the rounds of the flats and ding level 34. We pick up the gadgets and flight point and fly to Orgrimmar, having an epic duel by the Zeppelins.
What's going on, gamers? It's me, Blur Totem. How y'all doing? At 2:25 a.m. in the morning. Let's tussle. Come on, son. No healing. Oh wait. Damn it. You know it. My power. Good hungry. Oh, we're in the dome. In the dome. Cage fight. Oh shit. Back to it. Oh shit, I'm really scared of him. Hang on. Oh my god. No! Don't you dare! You motherfucker! Dirty bastard. Oh, I beat him. That's right. I am king. Mulore is me.
We take the Zeppelin to Tirisfal Glades for another Scarlet Monastery, another full run at that, with the warrior we recently did Razorfern Core with, so it's cool to see people again. I ended up healing this run, which is still fun. I do a lot of damage still with the Burn Rune and Flame Shock. Loot of note from here is this crazy necklace from that special boss in Graveyard, which we do win. Arcanist Doan in the library drops his cloak, which is an upgrade for us since it increases spell damage. While taking down Herod, the tank gets absolutely smoked, and so does the warrior. To be fair, we are fairly underleveled, but we get him down, dropping Ravager again. That's 2 for 2 on axes for this warrior. We're a little worried about the mobs running into the room, but a quick frozen orb from the mage dispatches them. And from the cathedral, we get the big attack power mail gauntlets for us to use when we learn mail armor at level 40. Fun runs to end up that day's stream. The next stream, my main goal is to complete this shaman quest chain, which involves travelling the world for essences from various elementals. We talk to this troll, which I've seen many times doing the Whirlwind Axe quest. We first go to Dustwallow Marsh to collect rushing essences from the swamp things, doing some quests in the area at the same time. Our second location is Desolace for air elementals. On our way through Feralus, I come across this teleport which takes you up on top of this mesa, which holds a gnome and various robotic animals and devices. I have no idea what this is for, but it's pretty cool regardless, just to find something like this while travelling. After all the running and getting the Desolace flight point, we take a break to tank our Razorfen Downs dungeon run. We met up, clear out the Quillbore outside, and then venture inside for a quick slumber party. Pushing through, the first boss, Tutankash, drops a plate chest piece that unfortunately no warriors are here for. This next boss is Lady Fatherless, dropping a cloak which would be great for us, but I feel I'm too nice and I don't want to take it from a mage. Right after, we begin the escort quest, which I don't think I've ever seen done right. We go through how to do it, and I check with the party to ensure we've done it properly, even warning when I'm about to start, but a couple still haven't had it done. So, if you don't know how to do this quest, you talk to the NPC, he gives you a quest to talk to him, you turn that quest one in, and then you wait for everybody to have done the first quest, because the second quest automatically shares with people who are eligible. Just wanted to get that out there, as I feel it's super rare for groups to get that right somehow, and usually I'm on the short end of the stick. Completing that though, we move on to Mordresh Fire Eye, dropping a healing necklace. Glutton drops this cleaver, which is actually a downgrade from our current weapon. We get the rare spawn Raggle Snout that unfortunately drops an item nobody wants. The last boss, however, Amnanar the Coldbringer, does drop both the dagger and mail chest piece we were after. The chest piece being great, having so much intellect for mana and spell crits, as well as the spell damage increase, will be great to use once we hit level 40. Afterwards, we're back to Desolace and start leveling up our two-handed axe skill using Ravager while collecting the Whirling Essence for the Shaman quest, as well as a quick quest to collect this demon crystal.
Oh, look at me, I'm bloodstarbing!
Yeah. We also get these blue boots from this random chest. Pretty cool. We finish up collecting the essences we need in Desolace and begin our very long trek to the Badlands for the rumbling essences. We have to run all the way from Tauren Mill to the Badlands. So on the way, while in Arathi, I decide to do these pirate and Naga quests down in Faldea's Cove, which I've actually never done before. These quests take quite a while, actually, due to being underwater, and I don't think I'd recommend them to anyone that isn't a warlock, shaman, or undead, as you'll be coming up for air very frequently. While running through the wetlands, we come across a level 16 paladin who's actually a viewer in the stream. Hello again. We head into Badlands, picking up some quests and the Kargath flight point. I decide to do all these quests in the Badlands as they're fairly straightforward, killing trogs, buzzards, coyotes, and elementals. We also ding level 40, which means 3 things. 1, we get the Stormstrike ability. 2, we can do the Nomoragan raid at some point. And 3, we can get our mount, but we'll get to that shortly. After finishing the quests we want in Badlands, we return to Hillsbrad to give the troll his essences, but he actually forgets a crystal vial, so we quickly get that for him. He tasks us to journey to Thousand Needles, and on our way, we take a detour to purchase our Kodo in Mulore. There it is, with the beautiful sky. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a pretty good shot. Random necropolis in the background. We also decide to name the Kodo Meadow. After turning in the quest, we actually phase into 1,000 Needles with extreme weather, as a great storm is being conjured by Razorfen. Oh, and it's raining? I don't think I've ever seen it rain this heavily. Dude, this is so cool! Oh look, we got this huge thing. The Quillbore. Oh, oi, he's angry. He's already angry. Okay, what's up? What's up, buddy? You wanna go? We'll go. Oh, okay, I just kind of destroyed him. Alright, let's turn this in. What did you find? The rumbling ground fell silent, and in my heart I knew you had saved us. You have our gratitude, Blood Totem. Please accept one of these gifts as a token of our appreciation. And this one is the enhancement one, so Our people cannot thank you enough, but I have no real use for this eye. Maybe that old Windwatcher could put it to good use? Return to Bathra the Windwatcher in Ultra Dragon Mountains and see if he can put the Eye of the Tempest to use. After that very cool little shaman-specific scenario, we are tasked to head back to the Troll in Hillsbrad as the large elemental dropped an eye which he could maybe turn to use for us. While waiting for the Zeppelin with Tirisfal, we strike up conversation with other passengers. How it do, how it be? It be doing. It do be, that it be. Ah, the Tauren line. Get out, snail. You don't belong. Whoa. Oh, that was sick. Nice. Who's in order? Yeah. Heck yeah. Whoa. Gulp. I don't normally do this. Yeah, your digits. I must depart. Tell you what, no more tricks, no more games. I got something you'd be interested in. Trim me that eye and I give you here this mighty fine room that be ready to teach you no tricks. What you say? Ah, a rune I already have. After that, I take a Zeppelin to Stranglethorn to maybe do some quests here, though I forget about the Blood Moon event that is currently going. Also, we are... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Help! No! No! Though afterwards I realised I took the wrong Zeppelin, so we're back to Orgrimmar and then Booty Bay. While clearing out the Bloodsour Buccaneers, we actually start to get a group going for Nagun. I had been trying to form one since I had 40 if I'm honest. We venture back to Booty Bay quickly, which actually has a teleporter Horde can use to travel there. Yeah, it's actually easier for Horde to get to Nagun than Alliance. Isn't that weird? We zone in and join our friends for another slumber party. In this run we're actually joined by an extremely geared level 60 hunter who even has Ashbringer. They're just here for if the mount drops. Way more than fair if you ask me. Onto bosses and loot though. Grubbus drops a healing shield and a shaman relic to reduce Flameshock's mana cost, but we don't win it. Viscous Fallout has a strength cape, which we don't win. The Crowd Pummeler drops an offhand fist weapon, which I maybe should have needed on, but my skill was only 1. I should have in hindsight though. And also these Mal Braces giving attack power. We don't get them though. While looking at something on my second monitor, I actually missed them starting the next boss, but through our sheer skill as a shaman, we managed to get through the fences. Check this out, ready? Oh, yeah. This boss drops a tier legs token, but we don't win it. Next boss is Mechanical Menagerie, one I've faced too many hardships with. It's actually very sloppy with our raid comp. I end up going down, but at least so does the boss, though the final boss accidentally gets pulled by the other shaman's totems. They end up wiping due to lack of numbers, even with the absurdly geared hunter. Well, at least that means I can get some XP. In this fight, we basically just let the hunter solo the boss while the rest of us do the mechanics of blowing up bombs and shutting off the dispensers, so it goes fairly smooth. The boss drops some pretty great loot for us. Tier boots, the quest item, an epic fist weapon, and an epic trinket. We win none of them. At least afterwards, the boomkin trades us these male shoulders they accidentally rolled on from Menagerie thinking they were leather. So hey, we got something better than BFD. And And that's where we decided to pack up this stream too, as well as this video. Feeling pretty good about ourselves. Overall, this character feels very blessed, being helped immensely by both random strangers in cities and people in the livestream chat. Shaman is feeling great so far, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Blur Totem. If you liked what you see, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out the live streams on YouTube if you want to hang out. Massive thanks to everyone who watched those live streams, and of course to everyone who watches this video, especially right to the end like this. You're all amazing.